Hey everybody, my name is Natalie Baker. We are here live with the Amazon Goddess Experience. You guys are going to see different interviews, different people throughout the whole experience. I am Nat the Creator _ Nat the Creator, and my business page is Be Unapologetically You. Join us, and this is the Amazon Goddess Experience.
Told them I was chosen, niggas ain't believing me. Now I'm on these stages, go to them that they can't eat with me. Niggas left me in that dark, they just tried to break my heart. Family cross, but I ain't mad, cause now I'm farther than where I started. Came a long way from that kid up on the hill. One for fashion, one Lexington Avenue is where I live. Visions in my hair, replaying everything that I done did. All the lives that I done lived, and I still ain't lived enough. I done touched a lot of money, and I ain't got shit to show it for. So I'm switching up, I done fell back from all the lies, I can't take no more.
All right, y'all. So we are back with the Amazon Goddess Experience. We are here with Miss Candi P. All right. So my first question that I always ask everybody is, who is Candi P?
All right. So what's crazy is like Candi P came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
There was Candi, and then Candi P disappeared from a bet that I lost. Like, 7 years ago? And working at Hooters, and here she is. She's the complete opposite of what Candi is.
So who is she? Like, how would you describe Candi P? Is she your model persona, your runway persona, or
Candi P is my overall model persona, whether it's print, runway, commercial, acting, all of that. She's Candi. She's fierce. She's confident. She's humble. And she has that attitude that anything she touched, she's gonna master.
Okay, I like that. So, what is Candi's passion?
I really can't just sum it up because like it's everything. I love runway. I love print. I love commercial. I got my first taste of being an extra on a Lifetime movie.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I don't want to be. You can't put me in one box. Like, nah, I want to do everything. You're not gonna limit me.
As you shouldn't. So, out of all the things that you do, print, runway, all of those things, acting, what is your all-time favorite?
It would have to be runway.
And why is that?
Because like, when you see me behind stage, I'm goofy. I cut up. I'm nervous. But soon as it's time for me to hit that runway, I'm a whole different person. I literally captivate every audience member eyes. And I realized that when New York Fashion Week was my second runway show, I booked like my overall second show after I did my first show here in Atlanta. Like, dang, I'm really liking that on the runway. Like, all eyes on me. I was finna hit Players Club, like, but we ain't gonna go there. But yeah, all eyes on me. It's like I said, it's the attitude, the confidence, all of it. It's runway captivates everyone.
Okay, so you said that your second show was New York Fashion Week. So how long ago was that?
2018.
Okay, that's the same year as somebody else. So what did that teach you being your second show versus today?
That taught me to take the risk of losing chance. Because like I said, I didn't take modeling serious at all. It was like, I just bet, ain't no way, ain't gonna go far. And someone was like, girl, just apply, see what you can do. I did it. I let my dance background lead me on my little submission video with the walk. Next thing you know, they just been coming in rapidly. So, yeah.
All right. So how did you meet the Miss Amazon Goddess herself?
So that's twin, by the way. Y'all, that's twin there. We met through a designer, a mutual designer from Chicago. Shout out to Cheryl. That's my heart, big sis. Like, we love her to death. She hit me up because she was the one I closed for her in New York Fashion Week. And she hit me up because she came to Atlanta to do a power shoot in her clothing, her gowns. She had a variety of everything. And I met Twin. It was like 3 3, 4 years ago, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we realized we both were Geminis, and we were killing the shoots together. We was knocking them out. They thinking we gonna spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours on. Now we knocked out every fit out in 30 minutes or less. And it was just like an instant connection. I was like, yeah, that's twin.
And how would you describe that connection? Like, how would you describe her?
Pretty much me. She's me. Goofy, confident, tall, great person, very genuine person. Like, that's someone you always want to have in your corner. Someone you always would want to treat right because she treats you how you treat her. She's a reflection. I'm blessed to meet her. I'm so grateful God placed her in my life. Because, like I said, that's twin. And what she do, I do. We locked in for life.
So are you from Atlanta or are you from somewhere else?
So, I was born in New York. I'm literally a military brat, born in Watertown, New York. It's 30 minutes from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom moved us back to Augusta, Georgia. So I am what they call the road warrior model, because I would literally travel back and forth from Augusta to Atlanta, kill the show, then go right back to Augusta the same night.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone be looking for me the next day like, you don't live in Atlanta? Nah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How do you have that drive to actually get up and drive from Augusta to Atlanta? Like, what drives you to actually do that?
To me, being on the road is real peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So that drive, whether it's to Atlanta, to Miami, or just to Charlotte, that drive, it gives me the opportunity to think and put myself in like every perspective possible and just think about where I want to go in life with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever it's time for me to hop on the road, I'm out of here because I know I need to think.
Right.
And I know I need to clear my mind, and I know I need to get ready for what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, plus I enjoy the view.
So I know you say you have to get ready for what's going on. So that means that you have to get into that model persona. So what are some of the things that you do to get yourself into Candi P?
Definitely car karaoke. Gotta hit a couple old tunes. I don't do the new music, so it's always the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I throw some Ja Rule and Ashanti on so quick and just vibe out and have a good time. And by the time I pull up, I'm ready. She's here.
So how do you deal with the chaos of being a model, a runway model, the backstage, the designers having to be ready, get out there, do what you're supposed to do, malfunctions? How do you deal with all of those things?
I let God handle it. I leave it in God's hands because if I don't, yeah. But definitely, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So if this malfunction, that means, like, if it malfunctioned before I got even like hit the runway, that means it was probably going to like completely embarrass me on the runway. So I look at it as God be like, nah, we're not going to do that. Because, nah, you my child. I'm not going to have you out here embarrassed. So we gonna catch this now, and we gonna fix it. And then if it ain't gonna get fixed, they finna put you in something else so you can go out here and kill it. But I literally just believe that everything happens for a reason, for my protection. So sometimes I'll be all goofy and wild, and sometimes I'll be in the corner watching Netflix or anime, just staying calm, cool, and collected.
So I know you have done a lot of productions in Atlanta. So how does the Amazon Goddess experience stand out from the rest of them?
Because it's twins, and I'm so happy to support her in her big step in production. I know she's always wanted to do this. She talked about it so much, and I already told her, you got me 100%. No matter what you need me to do, whether it's model, whether it's I'm being a creative director or a stylist for you, I'm here. So I will support you, and I know it's going to be professional because we have come across some unprofessional productions, but we're going to leave that alone. And I know we're going to run in. I know we're going to have a great time. I know it's going to be a great experience for everyone. So, yeah.
So I know you talked about unprofessionalism. So there are a lot of upcoming models up here who are trying to get into the industry. So what are some professional tips that you could give them as far as casting calls, when you get the job, everything?
First and foremost, always be humble. No matter what you do, remain humble. That humility will literally take you any place you need to be. Make sure you got to have the 3 things: positive attitude, great personality, and humility. You ain't got those 3, you really will ruin your chances at being a model, because your first impression is everything. And if you coming off real loud and ghetto and conceited and cocky, they're not going to work with you no more. So you have to remain humble at all times. You have to stay like in a zen mode and just be prepared to deal with anything. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean take everything. It just means knowing what's for you and what's not for you. And you can read that by the energy that you get from the production.
Correct.
So that's first one. Secondly, when you go to these casting calls, please either be in white top or blue jeans or all black. And for New York Fashion Week, most of them would prefer closed-toe shoes. We in Atlanta. Atlanta's different. Atlanta's like, as long as it's a high heel and not a wedge. So I would suggest making sure you have a variety of heels. Practice your walk. If you want any tips on walking, you can, you can DM me. I have no problem helping out anybody. I have some experience in model coaching, so I don't have no problem helping. You can just reach out. I help you out. I can give you the most basic exercise that need to change your life. Because all I do is just walk around the house on the balls of my feet like I'm in heels without the heels, and it'll help you with balance. So
That's cool.
Yeah,
I need to try that.
it's like smart. Hey, listen, it works because it help you when you're going out too. Because child,
Feet be hurting.
feet be hurting. I promise you, it works. But literally, you would think that the basics is not going to do anything, but really the basics is what you need. Because without the basics, without the foundation, you're not really going to go nowhere. It's gonna crumble.
So one thing that the Amazon Goddess experience always promotes authenticity in everybody. So, when you go to a casting call, you have to be dressed in all black and you kind of look like everybody else. So how would you teach somebody to be authentic in that moment when there's a room full of people trying to do the exact same thing?
The best answer I can say is just be you, regardless of what you see, regardless of how they respond to the person that went before you. All you have to do is just worry about you and just be you. Because if you try to be someone else, you're not gonna go nowhere. There's really what you gonna do.
You're right.
So if you're not yourself, then you selling yourself short.
So what are some of the ways that you build your own confidence?
Well, for me, mine's really came from sports. I've been in sport, I've been playing sports since I was 3 years old. So I don't have a problem with coming out and having a good time. I'm really the type I introduce myself to you. If you're new, say we just met, I'll come, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
But everyone's not like me. For me, it's literally just, like I said, just being me. I can't be nobody else but me. That's where my confidence comes from, because nobody else can be me. And yeah.
So we all live in that world where we all get burnt out by doing a lot. And I've been on your Instagram and you do a lot. As far as photo shoots, runway, you are really out here doing it. So when you specifically get burnt out, what do you do, or how do you conquer that? For example, you have a show coming up, but you are burnt out and you just how do you get yourself back in that mentality to go kill your show every time?
The night before, I would literally isolate myself from everyone, because my family, they so supportive. They want to go out and celebrate, because this is to them, we celebrate every small accomplishment. But I would literally isolate myself. I would just do a complete self-care night. The hot bath with the oils and the candles with the wine, and then relax and just meditate and just get me into where I need to be, basically. And wake up the next morning, positive attitude, and that, oh yeah, it's showtime, let's get it. I'm there.
Okay. So what advice would you give someone that is trying to join the Amazon Goddess experience?
Which camera I need to look at right now? My advice? I'm just playing. No. To join this experience, if you're not going to come in with that positive mindset, if you're not going to come in with the ability to add and not trying to take, like literally, there's a difference between adding to an experience and trying to take away from the experience. So if you're not trying to add to the experience, then I'll show up. Because here, we encourage each other. We support each other. We literally are adding to the experience. It's better to be an asset than to be an accessory. Mm-hmm. Because an accessory can get thrown away real quick.
So what is one way that you could be an asset and not an accessory?
So if you see that Aaliyah is like literally all the way everywhere, she's running a mile a minute, she's trying to conquer everything at one time, literally stop her and just ask her. And I'm just using Aaliyah for example because you can do this at any production. You can literally say, hey, is there anything I can do to help help make this run smooth for you? Mm-hmm. Do you need me to go set up some chairs? Do you need me to pull out tablecloths? Do you need me to help set up tables? Any way you feel like would help make the production smoother, because when it runs smooth, when the setup is smooth, the runway is smooth. Mm-hmm. And if you I gotta hit that. So why would I not help set that up? I want to make sure it's good for me, not only for myself, but for everyone else that's running, because we're in heels. Mm-hmm. And that slip and fall is embarrassing. Oh. That slip and fall is so embarrassing. And I don't want nobody to ever experience that. Because I done had a couple, but I ain't fall. I call myself. But listen, I done seen some people where the ankles done gave out. Listen, if you can help make that smooth, then make it smooth. I know a lot of people going to all productions be like, oh, I'm the model. They supposed to be helping. They need to do that. They got people. They pay people for that. Nah, bro. Kill that attitude.
Right.
Help out. Because if it was you, you would want the help, would you not?
Mm-hmm. So what would Candi P today say to Candi P at her first audition?
Girl, how you let this get this far? Nah, you did it. You stepped out of your old character and you created this new person, and she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's this all around amazing individual. And it happened because you took the risk instead of losing the chance. And I thank you for that. We probably would have been somewhere playing volleyball. But here we are.
All right, and this is my last question for you. Okay, so this is a message to the Miss Aaliyah Farrell, aka the Amazon Goddess herself. If you could tell her anything today, what would you say?
The goofball in me almost said something crazy, but we're gonna get serious here. Okay, to my twin, I'm so proud of you and every piece of accomplishment that you have achieved. I know you're going to do so great in the future with production, with modeling, with managing, with everything that you put your mind to. I know you're going to succeed in it, and I support you 100%. And I'm always a phone call away whenever you need.
Yes, ma'am. And make sure you give the camera your social media so they can follow you.
I don't know if I just went. So my professional Instagram page is Candi P Official, and it's Candi with an I. And then my professional / personal page on Instagram is kisses _ the number 2, and then it's _ Candi with an I, of course. So.
All right.
And it's the same for TikTok too if you don't want to see me.
Yes, you be dancing on TikTok?
I do.
Yeah, my whole dance out here. I'm trying to learn. Well, thank you for coming to the Amazon Goddess experience behind the scenes. And it was nice having you, Miss Candi P.
Thank you for having me. You're along with us on regular.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm so weak.